Greetings, fellow captains, and welcome back to another episode of World of Warships with the Hive Hound. And today we are having a first look at the Viribus Unitis, which is basically means we are united in Austrian, with it being a pan-European ship. And basically, this is just something I'm going to start implementing from now on. So I think actually that in all fairness, Father Monday and his team definitely deserve a shout out. And this is World of Warships Builds new comparison section. World of Warships Builds is pretty good, pretty detailed, pretty in-depth website. In all fairness, they've put a lot of effort into creating this site, and it's a really handy resource. So as you can see, what we're literally doing is just messing around with the comparable stats that you can compare ships with. So you've got hit points, effective hit points, firing ranges, reload times, DPM, torpedo reload, essentially almost everything you could ask for. An interesting one is the fire per minute stat, which is something that I delved quite deeply into the maths on in my fairly famous Reddit post by this point. So yeah, definitely very interesting, and it's something I'm probably going to use to help make comparisons, or at least equal, more. Basically, I want to do more in-depth comparisons. So, it's all well and good me saying if I feel a ship is good or a ship is bad or whatnot, but actually comparing a ship accurately to its counterparts, I think the only thing they're really missing is sigma values, which is a hidden stat and a big component into the effectiveness of ships. But hopefully that's something that they can develop a bit deeper in the future. Right, so I want to run over my commander real quick. So I'm using the brand new commander, Janko Volkovich, I believe it's pronounced. He has the Stone Skin base trait, which reduces fire duration. He has, and I'm using it in his first skill, Reckless Gunman, which reduces the main battery reload time by 8%, up to 8%, and but also drastically reduces torpedo detectability range. Second line, you've got the choice between Crisscross and Porcupine. I've gone for Crisscross. Third is you've got a choice between On Second Thoughts or Firefighter. I've opted for Firefighter. Between Master Mechanic, Properly Meticulous, and Reaching Out, I've gone for Reaching Out. And there's Will to Rebuild, Running with Scissors, or Fight Fire with Fire as a final perk. And I've opted for Will to Rebuild. I have taken Andrew Cunningham as inspiration, along with Azura Lane Sean Host, which both increase the accuracy and the shell grouping of the guns. And as you can see, the guns are quite effective. This was my second match, and in all fairness, it was a bit of a puppy kicking session, but probably a good way to highlight the accuracy of the guns. You can see that Danny there just gets dev struck. Don't worry, that won't be the first one. It won't be the last. That's the first one, sorry. Definitely won't be the last one. Everyone knows Omaha's are victims for battleships, and this Omaha is going to sail straight at us. And yeah, it's going to be Dev Strike number 2. I'm just gonna say it now. There we go. And don't worry, there's more Dev Strikes to come. Don't worry at all. Right, so let's talk about the ship stats. So, looking at the other Tier 4 battleships, I've decided to compare effective hit points because heals are huge. Heals make a massive difference in the game, and it doesn't fare well on hit points. Does the Viribus Unitis? I'm just going to call it the Unitis because Viribus it's a bit difficult to roll off the tongue. So the Unitas has the lowest hit points in the tier by quite some margin as well, actually. It only has an effective hit points of 50,702, and base 35,700 hit points, which is significantly lower. When you're looking at the Congos, the Fusos, they are sorry, not Fusos, it's wrong tier. Congos, the ARP ships, they're sitting up there at like 76,000 hit points. Yeah, its hit points is really low. October Revolution is the second lowest with 54,000 effective hit points. So, yeah, you might consider this a glass cannon, but it's also fair to take into consideration that it does have a very well protected citadel with turtleback armor. It has 110mm icebreaker bow, so that means even the Yamato can't overmatch it. The upper part of the front of the ship is 25mm, so you do need 375mm or larger guns. So its bow is fantastic. The rest of the armor is sort of negligible. It will take hits. That's for sure. And as you may or may not have noticed, to actually utilize all 12 guns, you do have to give up quite a lot of broadside. The firing angles are better towards the rear, but when fighting a couple of tier 5 battleships in my first match, although I did reasonably well, it wasn't a horrific match by any standards. It also wasn't that great, and we're gonna cheekily pick up the kill on the Visby for. Does anyone want to count that damage? I don't think it totaled 100. It was quite low. I did kindly ask my team here, hey, that's 4 kills now. Do you wanna leave me alone? Do you wanna let me get the Kraken in the Unitas? And although they didn't respond, they pretty much told me to go forth and multiply. As you can see, they're setting multiple fires. Everyone's still firing. So I 100% done it. 100% sat here and waited to think that his hit points are low enough for it. I'm gonna make sure I secure that kill to win the match. A very good little ship, in all fairness. I quite like the Unitas. I'm definitely going to play with it more, but I thought I'd get my early impressions and the basic stats out pretty sharpish. So you've got them, so anyone who's considering buying it at least knows where it sort of fits in the game. So as always, until next time, take care.